everyone, welcome to another Miramo PDF Coffee Break webinar. Thank you so much for your time once again. Today's webinar will be about 15 to 20 minutes. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat window and we'll get back to you if we can, and if not, we'll email you later with a response. So you can ask us any questions at all to do with PDF formatting. It doesn't have to relate to this specific webinar. So today's subject is specialized formatting with Miramo PDF by extending the Miramo DITA-OT plugin with a snippet of XSLT. So just a point, if you haven't delved into Miramo PDF at all, perhaps go and look at previous webinars. They're up on the Miramo YouTube channel, and that will give you a background. It'll show you how to use the GUI template designer, and then you can build up to this webinar. But that said, this webinar is very straightforward. I'm going to go through this step by step. So it's easy enough to follow along. So I'll leave that up to you. So also I'm going to put a link to this presentation in the chat window too, so you can download that and maybe use it as a reference point later if you're going to do some specialized formatting in the future. So the example I'm going to use today is that of adding support for an output class to apply specialized formatting to a table row. So a little bit about Miramo PDF first. So Miramo PDF delivers unlimited design capability in 1/10 the time and cost of other PDF formatters that use coding alone. And in the case of Miramo PDF, you can produce highly sophisticated documents using a GUI template designer only. And then on top of that, you can apply and build parameters. And on top of that, again, you can add additional specialized formatting of any complexity. And you can achieve that using the XSLT extension points that are in the Miramo DITA-OT plugin. So you have all this functionality, all this design capability in 1/10 the time and the cost. So how does this work? So we'll start with the standard Miramo DITA-OT plugin. It performs a topic merge on the DITA and then performs a transformation to Miramo XML. Now, Miramo XML is our fully documented version of XML. If you want to check out that documentation, it's on our website, and there you will find the full detail of it, and we will be using that information later on in this webinar. The composition engine takes this Miramo XML, which is content only, and then it takes the template generated by the GUI template designer, which is design only, and then produces or renders the PDF. So the standard DITA-OT plugin includes a set of XSLT extension points, and these allow you to add Miramo XML attributes and their values to change the appearance of the output, basically to apply specialized formatting. So these extension points or templates are empty by default, but then you can override them in the custom XSL file in a custom plugin as you require. So the first step to do specialized formatting is to create a custom plugin. So the reason for a custom plugin is to future-proof against upgrades in either the DITA-OT or the Miramo DITA-OT plugin. So it provides a separate location for the extensions to the standard plugin. There is a previous webinar that covers creating a custom plugin. So if you want to check that out, do. I will do just a quick run through as to how to do that, and I'll go into Oxygen to show you how to do that. So on the left here is the sample DITA we're going to work with today. It's an excerpt from the plugin Getting Started guide. On the right-hand side here are the transformation scenarios that have been imported from the standard plugin, the standard Miramo plugin. So there's 4 transformation scenarios that have been imported from there. The bottom one here is the one that will generate a custom plugin for you. So if you want to assign a specific plugin name, right-click, edit, and then go into parameters and assign your plugin name. So once you've run this generate new plugin transformation scenario, the custom plugin will be placed in the plugins folder in the DITA-OT. And you need to import the transformation scenario from inside that custom plugin. So go into Options, Import Transformation Scenario, and import the transformation scenario in the custom plugin. So here's the one that I imported earlier. Okay, so the next step. Next step is to review what specialized formatting that we want to do. So this is the default output of that DITA using the default template that comes with the Miramo plugin. And as you can see, there are subheadings in this table, but the formatting of those subheadings is no different than the rest of the content. So we want to format that so it stands out. And there's another issue here in the table, and that is this row here has a keep with next issue. It should be kept with the following table. So we're going to sort that out as well. So there's a number of subheadings throughout this table, and we're going to apply some formatting that will make those subheadings stand out. What I'm going to do is add some fill color, set the tint of that fill color at 40%, remove the start rule and the end rule, set the bottom rule at a medium weight, sort out the keep with next issue, and then I'm going to add some specific paragraph formatting using the XSLT and the Miramo GUI template designer. So to start that, we're going to apply an output class. We're going to set up an output class and apply it to each of those subheading rows, and we're going to name it subheading. So back into Oxygen, go to the first subheading row, right click, edit attribute, and we're going to apply an attribute, the output class attribute, and we're going to name it subheading. And okay, and then we're going to do the same with the next subheading row, edit attribute, and apply the attribute output class and give it the value of subheading. Lucky for you, I've already done it for all the rest of those subheading rows. So don't forget to save the DITA, and let's check out what our next steps are. So the next step is adding support for that output class, and we're going to add support for that inside in the custom XSL file in the custom plugin that we just created. So to do that, we need to select the appropriate extension point for what we require. So here is a list of the extension points that are in the utilities.xsl file in the Miramo DITA-OT plugin. So this is the extension point that we need. Add custom row attributes. You can see there are other ones, add custom paragraph attributes, table attributes, cell attributes, etc., all the way down to section attributes. So the one we need is add custom row attributes. So that's the extension point we're going to use, and we'd use that in the XSLT. So using that, we're going to map the output class that we just set up in the DITA called subheading to a set of Miramo XML row attributes. So we go to the reference guide here that is on our website, and that details all the Miramo XML attributes and values, etc. So you go to that and you find the row attributes that you need to get the formatting that you require. So these are the Miramo XML row attributes that I need. Fill color, and here's the value of forest green. Fill tint, 40%. Start rule, none. End rule, none. Bottom rule, medium. With next Y, and paradef subheading. So we've assigned the name of a paradef subheading, and after we do the XSLT in the custom XSL, we will specify the formatting for the subheading in the default template in the custom plugin. Right, so this is the XSLT snippet that uses the extension point, add custom row attributes, and the output class that we specified in the DITA called subheading, the attributes, the list of attributes that we just went through there, and their corresponding values. So we go into the custom XSL here in the custom plugin. Here it is here. Here's the path to it. I've also referenced that path in the presentation. And here we have the snippet of XSL that you just saw in the presentation there. So I'm going to uncomment it out. Okay, so here's that snippet, simple snippet of XSLT. I'm going to change the custom XSL. And now we need to add support for this attribute paradef subheading. We're going to go into the GUI template designer. So this is the GUI template designer. I'm sure you're familiar with it at this stage. So these are all the categories of formatting here on the right-hand side. When you select on a specific format definition inside one of these categories, I'll just select one here. The values, the properties of that format definition are listed in the center, and then a representation of that is shown on the left-hand side. So I'm going to add the PDF subheading. And save. And then I'm going to specify the properties of that paragraph formatting. I want to use copperplate. Copperplate Gothic Light. And you see as I change things here in the property, there's a representation of those changes here on the left-hand side. I'm going to increase the text size to 13, and I'm going to change the text color to white. Okay, so that's all the changes I want to make there. Okay, so we're going to move back into the sample data, and now we're going to run the custom plugin transformation. So that will include the custom XSL with the XSLT snippet included, and it will apply the default template in the custom plugin that includes the changes that we just made to include the subheading paragraph. I'm going to run that transformation scenario. So now the plugin is performing a topic merge on this data, then doing a transformation to Miramo XML, and then applying the default template with the added paragraph formatting of subheading, and it's going to render the revised PDF with the specialized formatting. So as you can see, it's very straightforward, and here we go. So here is the new design. It's got the fill color at 40% tint. It's got the heavier weighted bottom rule. The start rule and the end rule are gone, and then the formatting for the actual paragraph itself has been applied. And if we go down to tables, hazard statements, and figures, the keep with next issue has been sorted. And that's it. So it's as straightforward as that. Now, if you have any questions at all to do with this, any type of specialized formatting, please do email us with your questions. We'd just be delighted to answer any of them. Email us at support@datazone.com. And if you haven't seen all our webinars or previous webinars, they're up on the Miramo YouTube channel. Check those out. And then on the Miramo website, you can download a trial version of the desktop Miramo PDF. And also you can check out all the documentation. So we'll see you at the next webinar, and perhaps we might see you at TCOM in Stuttgart in the middle of November, or in February at DITA Europe in Helsinki. So until then, thank you very much for your time and take care. Bye-bye.